everyone, welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Ross Merriam, and today I'm bringing you a deck that I could not possibly in a million years resist playing. It is from the Classic last weekend, actually, in Charlotte, and you may remember it from a match it played in the Open on day one. Unfortunately, the deck did not make day two, although it did win that feature match against Brad Nelson, which is pretty sweet. It's a dubious challenge deck, which is really strange. So you get to look at the top 10, get two things. You try to get some big things, but they usually take that. But they have 4 Flicker Wisp and 4 Glimmerpoint Stag in the deck. So if you find a big threat and one of your blink creatures in the top 10, then regardless of what your opponent chooses, you're going to get to keep your big thing. So we also have Through the Breach, so there's 2 different combo cards. This hand, however, is not very good. We don't have a green source to cast this Noble. So, I mean, we've got like a bunch of these dead giant creatures in our hands. So I'm going to mulligan this one. This is definitely a deck that wants to mulligan pretty aggressively. This hand is also not great, but I think it's a keep. We just need to find some lands to hopefully dubious challenge into what we need. And maybe this Flicker Wisp will buy some time. So I will keep this. Birds is kind of like a land, sure. Opponent kept 7. And they're a Tron deck. Perfect. Get to beat up on Tron. That's always fun. And birds. Just need to draw land here in 2 turns. Hopefully we don't get Karned on turn 3. Ooh, basic Swamp. Got ourselves a weird looking Tron list. I guess I was thinking this might be Noble Hierarch. I was ready to attack for one, but that's not going to work. Second bird. So as far as I know, black Tron lists tend to play Collective Brutality, but I don't think they play a Swamp. So this might be a bit of a brew. Okay, getting a power plant here. So they are 2/3 of the way to Tron, but we just need 1 land. 1 land, please. Well, there's the rest of the way. So we could be close to getting Ugin here. Oh no! Not the land we needed! Can we do anything cool with Flicker Wisp here? I don't think so. We can try to exile something and see if our opponent just flubs up and doesn't do anything in response. But even if we exile one of these 3 untapped things, it'll just come back on end step, and they have a window to use it. So I guess I will just blink. Let's just blink the expedition map. We'll give our opponent a chance to screw something up. Sure. Probably about to get Ugin. Can no longer win. Yep, there's the mine. And pass the turn. No Ugin, please. Karn would actually be okay, because if they either leave us with 4 mana in play for dubious challenge, or we get to kill their Karn with Flicker Wisp, or yeah. But Ugin is the card we don't want to see. I guess actually O-Stone would be bad too. Not quite as bad as Ugin, but pretty bad. So if they're in the tank, that's usually a good sign that they don't have the card that's going to blow you out. But nope, they have it. Well, Boseiju was a tilter of a draw. Oh my god. I guess there is no point in casting Dubious Challenge if all my things are going to die to Oblivion Stone anyway. I guess the only way it would be good is if I got a Gristlebrand. But even if I got Gristlebrand plus Blink Creature, they they can just draw a bunch with Crystal Brand and then Oblivion Stone. So before I get it, so that does not seem good. So we'll just attack for 3, and they'll probably use it on end step. Seiju, why you gotta do me like this? I guess even if we had Dubious Challenge last turn, that would have just been bad against O-Stone anyway. We're gonna have to find Through the Breach. That's our better kill card in this matchup. Okay. Probably making green here. Yep. Stirrings or Scrying. Maybe the green-black Tron decks do play a Swamp. I just always assumed they would just play a Forest still. Oh, World Breaker. Well, that's not good. Yep. Now we need to basically draw land here. Okay, well that's step 1. Question is, do I get basic Forest? I think I want to get Stomping Ground because I want to be able to cast it Through the Breach should I draw it. So I'll go to 15. I'm going to end up tapping this Beseiju, so staying at 17 doesn't make a lot of difference against World Breaker because that'll just bring me to 15. So instead I'll go to 13, maybe 11, and that's a good number facing down 5 power. Could have also gotten a White Source there in case I want to cast Flicker Wisp, but I don't really see myself wanting to cast Flicker Wisp. Take 5. What else you got? I guess any land and they can Ulamog. You're gonna need ways to disrupt their mana because it seems like they can actually go over the top of a Dubious Challenge. Oh, I am getting Ulamoged. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, Evil Tron deck wins game 1. How? Okay, Ceremonious Rejection sounds good. And Stony Silence sounds good. The question is, do either of these 3 sound good? Given that our Platinum Empyrean is pretty poor, I don't think Madcap Experiment is good. And Slaughter Games doesn't seem that good. We have answers to the key things that we need. And there's several key things, so do I want... My initial instinct is to board out Path. Path does deal with things like Ulamog, but that's it. There's like 1 or 2 Ulamogs in the deck. Yeah, I think we have to try to accentuate our own game plan. We've got our small suite of really powerful disruption spells, but I don't want to cut much into this. Plus, if we just get to Emrakul them once, we should be in good shape. Just get them. Okay. Play first, please. Oh, come on. We're so close. Oh, man. Why did we have to draw both Hallowed Fountains? I'm sort of inclined to keep this. It's so close to casting Dubious Challenge. Well, even though... So we need, if we draw a green source immediately, we get to cast a challenge on 3, which is something of a likelihood. Well, not what, but reasonable chance of that happening. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 16 green sources. So we're a slight favorite We're about a coin flip to hit it in 2 turns. Is that good enough? I think with a rejection it is. So we have the answer to their first thing. They've mulliganed to 6. And kept. I think I am going to shock myself here on turn 1, and there's a chance I rejection a map played off of a Tron land. They've bottomed. I don't think there's anything else I would counter. I wouldn't counter a chromatic star, sphere, or map off of a non-Tron land. Ugh. Okay, well, probably take rejection, but maybe they take noble. I think the better their hand is, the more likely they are to take rejection. This hand can't be fast, starting on basic swamp. So we're going to have some time here. Our opponent is likely reading Dubious Challenge right now, trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, they took noble. Flicker Wisp, not a great draw. Maybe we can get some beats going, though. Some good beats. Or is this a tower, you say? Gross. So they just have 2 duresses. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Can't rejection that. Land, please. Okay, okay. We're doing it. I don't think there's any point in saving Flicker Wisp for after challenge, because any creature I give them for a turn is too devastating. But once again, just 1 turn away. Or 1 land away, I should say. No. Come on, land. Not for them, for me. Okay, that's fine. Doubling up on a Tron land. I accept. Probably a Stirrings here. Ooh, Sylvan's Crying. No. Stirrings? Okay. Maybe they had both? Better to stir first so that you can find either of the other 2 Tron lands and then scry for the other, provided you have a green source. If you don't, then maybe you want to scrying for a green source to make sure you can cast both things. Awkward that they found Blooming Marsh there after playing a 3rd land. They probably should have stirred before playing a land there. Rejection is a fine draw. It'll continue to buy us more time. Maybe we'll just attack 7 times with this Flicker Wisp, and that'll be that. Definitely countering this. Makes our dubious challenge all the more dubious. And they're down to 3 cards. Ugh. Okay, well, we continue to have more plans. Just need to draw lands here. The interesting question now is, what do I do if I draw Simian Spirit Guide? Do I cast Dubious Challenge, or do I wait, try to find another land to Through the Breach Emrakul? I think I would wait, because Through the Breach Emrakul is just a game. But I can't wait too long. If they hit Tron, I could just get Ulamoged. Okay, well, that makes this a little easier. Let's attack for 3 first. And now we'll get to Dubious Challenge, have another challenge back for next turn, and 1 land away from ending the game with Through the Breach. Yes. Okay. Here it is. Washa! We did it. Emrakul, Glimmerpoint, Stag. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Which one would you like? So they have to have third Tron piece and then an answer to this Emrakul. They're on 5 mana. Even if they play any other land, they're going to be too short of Oakstone. Yeah, they just get to take a Glimmerpoint Stag. Probably, I guess it probably doesn't matter what they blink. They might be able to blink their Swamp and cast some sort of spell. Yeah, but if they tried to blink my Flicker Wisp, then I could flicker the Glimmerpoint Stag and get it back on my side and start doing cool stuff. Oh no. Oh no! They might have it. This could be Ulamog. No! It's not fair! Oh no, any exile a land. We have to draw land now. No! We were so close! We're not dead yet, but we're pretty close to it. It's not fair. It's not fair. Still not. No, I am dead. They get to plus on my Flicker Wisp here. Yep. Well, that's sad. We got to do our dubious challenge thing, but it was a little too slow. Unsurprisingly, the deck is quite inconsistent. No real ways to fix your draws, just hoping to find what it needs in its opening hand and top couple cards. And the real issue with our hand, both hands, was just mana. Deck has an appropriate number of mana sources, just sometimes that's the way it goes, and our evil Tron opponent just had the goods against our turn 5-ish Emrakul. But always sad when Tron wins. Except maybe when Todd Stevens wins. That sort of balances it out. We got one good guy and one bad guy, so it's a neutral pair of guys. But hope you enjoyed seeing some dubious challenge, and you can come back and see me on Monday.